Welcome to my scientific, or better said,
artistic research. I began with the question I wanted to measure something with dicks. And I thought you have these great men who have very big, loud cars or motorcycles. They have cool glasses, big tires. They put on loud music and look cool. And I thought, they must have tiny penises. He is a tiny penis because his ego is tiny. So, this begs the question, is there a correlation between penis length and ego's length? At first, it was very weird because how was I gonna do this? I went up to a guy on a bench, sat down, he was on the phone, and I asked, "Hello, sir. Um, what is the size of your penis?" And he got upset, and this didn't work, and I figured that this was not the best strategy. So I had to come up with a plan. And the plan went as follows. "Hello, sir, can I ask you a question?" Then they would also, "Yeah, sure." Then I ask, "First of all, would you consider yourself an insecure person?" And then, if you think about that, and mostly it's
no.
and I said, "Great, well, because this is a questions about ego." And then they were like, "Okay, well, blah, blah, blah." And then I would say, "What is the size of your penis?" They would think for a while, and then they would give me the answer. This was my theory, and now let's see how I did.
So, with my newly profound research method, I went up to my first victim and asked the question. He said no, generally not. Then I went, great, asked him the question, and he was like, blah, 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 blah. Eventually, after some 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds, he said 15 centimeters. I said, thank you, and we both parted our ways. I was surprised how easy this was, and I was surprised how easy the rest of the day went as well.
Then I had this young, tall American on the phone. I stopped him anyway. He said, "Yes, quick, I'm on the phone." I could obviously see that. I went and asked my questions. His mood changed a little bit, but he seemed like he was in a hurry. So he said, 6 inches. I said, "Thank you," and he went off, looking like, what the fuck just happened? Which I had a similar experience.
I estimated him about 28.
Then the next man, wearing a hat with an N, I remember that. He didn't know, so he put his fingers up like that on the paper. So I measured it. It was about 14 and a half centimeters. I estimated him around 30, and he went off. Young Dutch guy, great hair, looked like he was very nice, entrepreneur. He helped a woman with a dog. Answered the question, estimated him around 29, ego meter 2. I also had two Spaniards walking together. It was very awkward with them towards each other.
I noticed if there are people together, a man with a wife or two friends, that it would get a lot more awkward. Even if Lucy was also standing near, that would also make things a lot more difficult.
Of course, I also had some people who said no. Surprisingly, not that many. I think 4 in general. Also, some people who just didn't know, who never measured, which.
I thought everybody measured, but I guess they didn't.
Then I had a lot of them. I had someone with like 16 centimeters to 17, 12. I had people from all sizes. I also had one Rietveld guy who was really. He came up to me like, "Hey, yo, what you doing?" And I asked him the question. He got a little bit like, oof. And Lucy was standing close, so he said 21 centimeters, or he showed me with his hands how big.
It's quite big.
I didn't believe him, but you can see the power of Lucy standing close. And then also had a Belgian guy who I thought was the nicest. He had the smallest penis with 12 centimeters. But we had a very nice conversation about why this is such a topic to not talk openly about, or why there's a ego thing connected to it. Very nice. And my conclusion at the end of the day was that it doesn't really matter that much actually. And I noticed that people who said smaller numbers, I felt like they were more genuine and had a less bigger ego. So that can have two conclusions. Either one, people with tinier dicks are nicer or have seemed more genuine and have seemed like they have less egos, or they just didn't lie to me, and the rest did, which is also possible.
All in all, great success. I very much recommend going out, asking men for their dick size, because it's very humbling, and it was a very nice experience.